my skin's the same way. So, and then now I'm going to apply the Charcoal T-Zone Balancer. The Charcoal T-Zone Balancer is going to go in the areas that have large pores, more oil production, maybe in the areas where I just did more extractions. And I like to apply it with little to no water, like a true clay mask. A true clay mask that's going to sit on the surface of the skin and pull out and remove impurities. Activated charcoal is porous. It has holes in it, right? And it can actually absorb 1,000 times its weight in harmful substances. So if you have a dog at home, right, your puppy was to eat all of your like Halloween chocolate, you'd take it to the vet and the vet would put it on activated charcoal to absorb all of the harmful substances. We're going to use it to absorb bacteria, dirt, oil from the skin and clear the pore. This one's also based in kaolin clay, as well as tea tree oil, so it's nice and antiseptic, and salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is like a tornado, you know, as a beta hydroxy acid, it's lipophilic, so it likes oil and it drops down into the pore and clears out the pore. This is one of my all-time favorite masks, really acting as like a true traditional clay mask that pulls out those impurities. You can sleep with it on overnight as a spot treatment. Not the sexiest mask to sleep in overnight, but you definitely can, especially for a wet acne. So if you do extractions and it's leaking, right, as you're waiting for it to finish that process, the activated charcoal and the tea tree and the clay will just pull any of the remaining impurity out. So it's really, really phenomenal. And you can really target and mix and match those different areas. So in your professional back bar in your treatment room, it's going to come in the 4.2 ounce individually, and then in retail, something new and innovative and really exciting from Eminence is that it actually comes in a duo. So let me just wipe this off. For your clients at home, it's actually going to come 2 products in one container. So this is the moisturizer that we're going to finish with, but the 2 masks come the same way. So your client at home can mix, match, spot treat. You can do the charcoal mask on the full face and then the pomelo treatment just on the neck and décolleté. Or maybe you do one on Monday and then a different one on Tuesday, depending on how your skin feels for you at home. So very, very diverse, really, really neat, and has the divider inside. So the clients are also essentially getting 2 products for the price of 1. So really user friendly. We'll finish with the moisturizer and talk about that in just a second. This mask can be left on 3, 5, 7 minutes. You know, it depends on how long of a treatment your client is in for. With Eminence, you can mask even for 2 to 3 minutes and get the benefits of those products. The pomelo cheek treatment is also fantastic for a little bit of massage and has a nice slip to it. So it gives you an opportunity to massage an oily skin, right? A lot of times your massage creams are so heavy and lipid that you don't want to use them on an oily, large pored skin, right? Okay, very good. So we'll go ahead and remove this. And then we're going to apply her finishing products. When applying finishing products, I really like to apply them in the order that I want the client to use them at home. It's your opportunity to educate the client on how she should be dressing her skin every single day, right? So the charcoal mask removes fairly easily. It also won't stain your towels and sheets too, which is really nice. Okay. Very good. So after I remove this, with Eminence, what we like to apply first for our leave-on product is our mist or tonique. We use our mist and our toniques to activate our products. Everything in Eminence is very highly concentrated with fruits, vegetables, herbs and spices, and active working ingredients to really change the skin. So since the products aren't water-based, we want to activate them so they drop into the skin even deeper. So again, I'm going to go back to my red currant mattifying mist. Just make sure she's all cleaned up so you can continue to hit the trade show floor here. Perfect. Okay. So the red currant mattifying mist is elderflower tea. Elderflower tea is really great for vascular strengthening, so it's even good for rosacea. Very anti-inflammatory. My red currants, again, are going to be pore refining, but still hydrating. So really, really nice. It can also be used to set your mineral powders as well and make them more sweat and water resistant. Next I'm going to apply her red currant balancing concentrate. The red currant balancing concentrate has the Youth Shield antioxidant complex, so it's very age defying, prevents the aging process, but also has micro-encapsulated tea tree oil. Micro-encapsulated tea tree oil is time-released. So tea tree oil will keep the skin cool, cold, keep the oil very balanced, but keeping the skin hydrated. And with any of our concentrates, I typically apply 1 pump to face and neck, 1 pump to neck and décolleté, and that's more than enough product, especially since the skin is damp from my tonic. Okay. Beautiful. Next, I like to apply a little bit of eye cream. The Neroli Eye Serum will tone and tighten in 5 minutes. So I like to put it on before the moisturizer, just so as it has a chance to sit for a minute so that client can really feel the lift around the eye. The Neroli Eye Serum has the natural retinol alternative in it. It's made of chicory root and tara tree. And that natural retinol alternative is very unique because there's no side effects. There's no side effects, there's no contraindications. I can pull it right up onto the eyelid. She can still get her eyebrows waxed. It's not going to thin the skin or make her more photosensitive. Really, really hydrating. It sets really nice and light on the eyelid as well, so you can even put your eyeshadow over it and it won't crease halfway through the day. Okay, very good. Now I'm going to apply the Balancing Moisturizer Duo that, just like the mask, comes in the 2 products in 1 container. So first I'm going to apply a little bit of the Green Tea Mattifier. The Green Tea Mattifier has an ingredient in it, here, called Buchu leaf extract. And Buchu leaf extract will refine the pores by 20% and control oil by 42%. It is hands down our most mattifying product yet. It really sits on the skin almost like a makeup primer. Like it refines the pores, your foundation glides right over it, stays really nice and hydrated. It's great for your brides or anyone who's going to be doing photos. It's great for your selfies, right? So just keeping the skin really nice and matte. But typically, our cheeks, neck, and décolleté, we don't have as many sebaceous glands there, and they're not as active. So we tend to get a little drier and more dehydrated there. So I'm just going to take the tiniest bit of product and apply it to those areas. This has the pomelo, that's again really rich and high in vitamin C, as well as a goji berry. Goji berries are incredible antioxidants. They're quite a luxurious little berry or fruit. So very, very nice. As well as some bamboo leaf extract. Bamboo leaf extract actually helps to repair connective tissues. So it helps keep your epidermal and dermal junction lifted, keeping the skin firm. So even when we're treating an oily or large pored skin, we're still working on anti-aging and age-defying the skin. So very little amounts of product goes a very long way. I'm just going to give it about another 30 seconds to set in the skin, and then I'm going to finish with her Sun Defense Mineral. Okay, our Sun Defense Minerals are freeze-dried fruits and minerals and a 7% zinc oxide. They are, in my opinion, our most effective and active working sun protection. They really sit on the skin and act like a disco ball on the skin that reflects UV A, B, and C light. So those ultraviolet rays will just be reflected from the skin. They come in a wand, so you can push the button of the wand once when you purchase it. It drops the powder down into the brush and then you apply it. When you need more powder, you just give it a little tap. And then the powder is going to come out the bottom there. Let's see if this one's really been activated. So you just don't need to be button crazy with it. And then I'm going to use my natural brush cleaner to clean it before our next client. You can also unscrew the back end of it and dump it into a tissue and then apply it with a kabuki brush as well. These are fantastic in your purse. They're great if anybody gets their shellac nails done. Do the back of your hands before you put your hands into the ultraviolet lights. So if you're doing manicures at your spa, it'd be fantastic to have your testers in that area where you're doing your shellac so that you're retailing your skincare products and all services. This is the #1 honey apple. It's, again, just freeze-dried fruits and minerals and a light coverage. It's buildable coverage, so I can add, several layers to areas where we might want a little more coverage. But even just to tone down the pink in the skin from the stimulant that we did, it's just going to give her a really beautiful glow. SPF 22. There are 5 different colors. I'm not finishing my facial with a makeup. I'm actually finishing the treatment with a Sun Defense Mineral. It's antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and again, just fruits and minerals. Yes. I'll show you. I'm going to use the brush cleaner afterwards. It's a whole grain alcohol and coconut oil. Great question. Exactly. Very good. And like I said, you can also unscrew the back of it. Okay, fantastic. So now, since we've just dusted the freeze-dried fruits and minerals onto the skin, we're actually going to just mist with a little bit of a Stone Crop Hydrating Mist. The Stone Crop Hydrating Mist is the ideal mist to set the mineral powders, but just about any of them can be used. It lays the mineral down onto the skin, making it more sweat and water resistant so that the client is going to get full day protection. As long as she doesn't wash or wipe the mineral off of the skin, she's protected all day from ultraviolet radiation. Okay, so keeping that in mind, she'll do a good cleanse tonight just to remove the minerals from the skin. And then lastly, I'm going to apply